Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another video. Today is Black Friday, but that's not why I'm making this video. My wife picked up this PowerA wired controller for Nintendo Switch for a whopping $17, which is honestly what I call an old school price for a decent controller. I had her pick this up because we just recently got a Switch, and before she bought this, which is basically the same model, but this is the wired controller plus. And I think there are a few differences between these, and we're going to go over that. We're going to talk about it, all that. We've been using this on our Switch ever since we got it, but I thought this would be a really good extra control. This would be a good extra controller to have around to use like with PC or RetroPie or whatever, just to have another good controller around, because I really like the feel of this controller. I'm going to go ahead and show this controller first, and this is the plus one. Go ahead and get the cable unwrapped from it. Okay. This is just the controller itself here, out of the box, and it has basically switchable analog sticks. Pretty cool, right? Now, there are some things that the Nintendo Switch Pro controller has that this does not. For one, wireless capability. This is wired. It requires a USB cable to work. The Nintendo Switch Pro controller does not. The Nintendo Switch Pro controller, I think, has some motion control built into it. This one does not. This does not have rumble either, so no vibration. But other than that, it works absolutely great with the Switch. Because like I said, I've been playing Mario Odyssey with this thing a bit, and it works great. So, just plug the USB cable in and plug it in, you're ready to go. I'll go ahead and show you guys the other controller pieces this comes with here. Because we decided to keep these in case we ever wanted to switch the sticks out for any reason. So let's see. Where are they? Oh, one just hit the ground there. Okay. Is that all that's in the box? Or that was in the box? Yeah, pretty much. I think the only other thing that was in there is this wonderful booklet, probably about warranty. Oh, it tells you how to. Yeah, I didn't even read this because it's not exactly rocket science. It tells you how to use it. Oops, I just ripped it. Whoopsie doodles. Whatever. Not exactly rocket science. So anyway, these are the other, basically you have concave or convex nubs depending on what you like. So there you go. Those are all that come with this one. Now, I think if you look at the specs on the back of these, I don't think this one comes with switchable controller heads, which is whatever, because I got plenty of extras right here. I think the cable with the just wired controller is slightly less. We're going to verify that. So we're going to zoom in a bit, and we're going to look at these specs here. And this is the quote plus, and here it says 10-foot removable USB cable. And on just the wired controller, it says 8-foot removable USB cable. I haven't even opened this yet, so we might as well go ahead and do that real quick. So let's go ahead and trying to get this open. Where's my knife? Oh, my... Here it is. Z-knife. Doesn't want to... I don't want to destroy the box, or I'm trying not to. Easier said than done, right? I hope this there we go. We got her open. So let's... Oh, jeez. It's sealed on 3 sides. Okay. We got the USB cable on top. Yeah, I can't resist, guys. The lovely Mario theme. And, yeah, whatever. We'll just rip that. Who cares? It's a box. This is not... I'm not keeping this as a quote collector's item or anything. Let's see what else we got in here. Do we got anything else? Booklet. Let's see if it refers to switching the caps. Oh, slightly different. Does not tell you how to switch the caps. Let's see if these are removable. Oh, they're not. These do not pop off. Holy moly. Yeah, this is a very slight... You would think, even though they didn't include them, yeah, these don't pop off. It is a very slightly different model, I guess. I mean, in hand, they feel the same. And obviously they look pretty much identical here. We got the colored lettering on the buttons, same button layout. I mean, the print's the same. Everything's pretty much the same. Let's go ahead and compare USB cable lengths. Let's go ahead. And they do come with this nice wrap on the cable. That is, I think that's a really nice touch. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with the end of the cables here, and we're just going to stretch these out and see if they terminate at the same point. Okay. Stretch it out. Yep. This is where this one terminates, and this one goes a bit longer. So they are different lengths, slightly. I'll have to negotiate with the wife about which one goes where, right? Any married guy out there is going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure both of these, since they're just micro USB, that they'll both work with either controller. Let's go ahead and verify that here. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to plug this one in here. Looky there. She plugs in fine. And we'll test this one out here. Looky there. She plugs in fine. And second verse, same as the first. Looky there. She plugs in fine. And oh, this one I dropped, and this one she plugs in fine. So now, oops, to judge how good the D-pad and controls are and all that, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of gameplay of this thing in action. So bear with me, guys. I'll be right back after I get this thing plugged into the PC and all that. Yeah, be right back, guys. Alright guys, here I have the controller hooked up to my Raspberry Pi emulator box, and we have the controller currently hooked up to the 8-foot USB cord instead of the 10-foot, and it is certainly long enough to reach the couch comfortably. And just for scale, this is a 55-inch TV that you're looking at. So let's go ahead and test out Street Fighter 2 Turbo, because that's a great one to test all the buttons with. Make sure she works. That's just my preferred button configuration, so I'll jump in real quick. And I'll show you guys how responsive it is with the D-pad first. Obviously, it's no problem to do special moves, standard, yada yada. Now here it is with the joystick. I'm not nearly as skilled with the joystick as I am with the D-pad in this game. As you can see, it's hard for me to pull off special moves. But clearly they both work. The character moves with both the D-pad or the joystick. And there you go. Buttons work. So that's that. And it'll work with all systems, not just Super Nintendo on here. Works across the board, because once you set it up in the emulator, it'll work with anything. So let's go ahead real quick and let's do, I'll show it off on yeah, that's a good one to do a Sonic. Why not? Obviously, no problems. This thing works really well for emulation with the Raspberry Pi. Not sure why it had issues with that with the PC, but whatever. Obviously, it works fine. That wraps it up for this part of the video. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to hook this thing up to the Switch and show you guys how well it works on that. So, see you guys in a second. Alright guys, here's the most important part of the video, the functionality with the Switch. Here we are in my wonderful bedroom, right, where we have the Switch, and it's sitting right there, as you can see, on top of a PC there. And here we have 8-foot cable, plenty long enough to reach the bed. And I am going to start with, which one? We'll go with the Controller Plus first. The one with the switchable analog sticks. Go ahead and aim at the screen so you can see it. That's a 47-inch TV for scale, in case you guys are curious. Go ahead and plug in. It should oh, I didn't get it in all the way. That's my fault. There we go. See, it instantly recognized the controller's plugged in. And we'll go ahead and start this wonderful game up. He's telling me about how great the Joy-Cons are. Not a fan of motion controls in general. Just saying. That's just me, though. Everybody's a little bit different. Come on. Yeah.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Alright, let's turn that down a little bit. Alright. And as you can see, everything works great. All buttons No trouble to get Mario to do any of the things that Mario does. Right? So clearly, everything works. Literally, no problem. So that is the controller plus. Let's go ahead and unplug, and we'll plug in the just the controller, the wire controller, not the plus. So let's unplug and see what it does. Obviously, it's like, oh no, there's nothing plugged in. We'll go ahead and plug in the other controller. Here we are. Here it is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Is it like the hot swap? Oh. Again, I didn't have it plugged in. Again, user error. There we go. And clearly, everything works. Right? No problem. But this is not meant to be a gameplay video. In fact, I'm not really good enough at games anymore to have a channel where I do that. I kind of suck. At least I'm a dirty casual nowadays. So anyway, that's it. Obviously, both these controllers work flawlessly with the Switch, as damn well they should. And they also work flawlessly with the Retro Pi. Unfortunately, not so flawlessly on PC or with emulators on PC. Anyway, guys, I'm going to pause real quick, head back downstairs, and we're going to have some final words on these and whether I think these are good value or not. See you guys in a second. So it's bottom line time. What do I think of these controllers? Do I think they're worth it? The wired controller plus and the wired controller. I'm going to have to say, yeah, absolutely. They get a really big thumbs up for me. Even if you only use them for their intended purpose, which of course is playing the Switch, if you can live with lack of wireless, lack of rumble, and lack of motion controls in this thing, if none of that stuff is particularly a deal breaker for you, these are a tremendous value. The Switch Pro controller is $70, whereas this one we paid $34, and on Black Friday got this thing for $17. That is a tremendous value. Plus, of course, they have the benefit of being very useful for emulator box that you might have sitting around if you've already created one. This is a great controller to go alongside it. I mean, it's got the nice Mario style print on it, so it screams retro anyway, right? Of course, if you don't like the design, that might be another reason you don't want to get these. It's really going to be up to you. But yeah, I definitely think these are quality controllers for a very extremely reasonable cost. Even $30 I think is reasonable for this. I don't think that's overpriced because I bought one of them at $30 and I didn't really have any qualms about that. So anyway, that pretty much wraps this up. As always, if you enjoyed this, thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. Share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.